Beware. Beware. This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Monday morning, everybody. I got to say, I was out in Mascoutah over the weekend. They had their Mascoutah Chili and Festival Cook-Off. What great people in Mascoutah. Met a lot of great people. We were out getting my petitions signed because I am a candidate for state representative in the 114th district. And I told people, they asked what I'm going to do. And I say, I'm going to stir up the pot in Springfield. I don't know what I can get done, but I can sure hold all their feet to the fire. And I'll go up there as crazy as I am on the radio. I'll be twice as crazy in Springfield. But anyway, all the great people. Linda and Russ Anderson want to say hi to you. They're proud supporters of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. Met them out in Mascoutah. Albert Surmeyer from Mascoutah want to say hi to you. What great people out there. Also, Jean Friedrich and her great father, a great man, Earl Quirin. Jean was out there helping support the cause. So all you good people in Mascoutah, thank you for the reception. Thank you for all the help. And pretty friendly people out in Mascoutah. I told them that I liked them so much I wouldn't move out there, because if I did, I would drop their property values by 50%. So they told me, thanks for not moving to Mascoutah. Great little town. And again, thank you good people very, very much. Speaking of Mascoutah, don't forget the free Halloween walk through Mascoutah at 212 Fillmore Street. It's at the corner of South Route 4 and Fillmore. They have a donation box. Don't have to give, but hope you would, to the Mascoutah Food Pantry. Digger's Haunted Yard in its 9th year. They've got Rocky Granny, Grandpa, zombies, vampires. You got to get out to Mascoutah and see it. A free event. It's an outdoor event, open every night from dark to 10 p.m. and later on the weekends. Has wheelchair access. So if you have any questions or concerns, want to take a group out there, you can call Digger Wayne Laquette at 979-5639. That's gone. Pancake Breakfast, a fundraiser for my good friends at the Mid-America Horse Rescue. It'll be held at Grange Hall. That's at Route 163 in Millstadt. It'll be from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. on October the 24th. That's Saturday, October the 24th. And these are the great people you need to go by for the fundraiser, and then have them take you out to their horse rescue farm or ranch, whatever the heck you want to call it. But got a lot of beautiful horses that they've rescued. And, you know, these people are the unsung heroes. The people that rescue animals are my hero, and hopefully we can all support them. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact 618-530-9747. That's this Saturday, October the 24th, from 8 to 11 a.m. at the Grange Hall, located on Route 163 between Millstadt and Centerville, I guess. Tomorrow night, the county GOP chairman's reception will be held at Fisher's from 5 to 8:30. It's $25 a ticket. If you people really want to see what's going on in St. Clair County, you need to show up and support the cause. We've united the St. Clair County Republicans and Did I say Democrats before? Yeah, I don't know what the hell I said, but it's a county GOP chairman's reception, and we've united the county Republicans and the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, and we're uniting together to stop the culture of corruption. We want to make it more than a political event. We want to make it a civic event. We need to get everyone together. So anyone that'd like to come out and support the cause, that's tomorrow night at Fisher's. It's $25 per person, $40 per couple, and it'll be held tomorrow at Fisher's from 5 to 8:30 p.m. Don't forget our AmVets, our good buddies, AmVets Post 51 out of Granite City, having their turkey shoot every Sunday until November the 22nd. Debbie and Andy's Haunted Hotel, their 30th annual adult Halloween costume party will be held this Saturday, October the 24th at AmVets Hall, 1711 Kennedy Drive in Madison, Illinois. Any questions or concerns, you can call 618-452-1123 or 618-452-1234. They're going to have dinner catered by Jerry's. Going to have door prizes. Who's the band? Avery Hill is the band, and all proceeds go to a great cause, the Granite City APA. And thank you, Andy and Debbie, for putting that on and helping our poor furry friends that can't help themselves. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper of Radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com. One word, common spelling. You can like us on Facebook, and please do, at KQQZ 1190 AM, and also our sister station, KZQZ 1430 AM. You can hear my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m. and also broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night, Monday through Friday, at the stroke of midnight. On this date, October the 19th, 1772, French C. Hoffner patented the fire extinguisher. On this date, October the 19th, 1849, Elizabeth Blackwell became the first woman in the United States to receive a medical degree. On this date, October 19th, 1914, the first collection and delivery of mail in an automobile owned by the U.S. government was made in Washington, D.C. On this date, October the 19th, 1970, the World Trade Center was finished in New York City, becoming the world's tallest building. On this date, October the 19th, 1983, the United States Senate approved a bill establishing a national holiday in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. and made the third Monday in January a federal holiday. On this date, October the 19th, 2005, Saddam Hussein went on trial in Baghdad for crimes against humanity. That's what happened on this date, October the 19th, throughout all these years in our world's history. I want to again thank everybody for putting up with all of our improvements on 1190 AM. We've got the final bit of equipment in. Hopefully it'll be put in place today. And so tomorrow we'll be back up stronger and louder than ever on 1190. We've had to, as some of you people know, had to cut the power down while we're improving our signal on KQQZ 1190 AM, and that's why at this point we're simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, and together over 4.5 potential million listeners. So we've got two signals that are booming out there. It's getting close to election, and we're going to try to hit every aspect, every area, Democrat, Republican, Independent. We're not going to give anybody any slack. If you're wrong, we're going to let you know you're wrong. But anyway, we want to apologize for the inconvenience to our listeners, all our great listeners on 1190. But it's about finished, so thank everyone very, very much. Let's go to East St. Louis again. First and foremost, let's all support the teachers, Local 1220, out of School District 189. These people are fighting to get what they deserve, fighting to get what they've earned, fighting to get what they wanted to do in their life, become teachers and teach our most precious commodity, our children. But apparently the school district doesn't feel the same. Now, I've read in the paper, East St. Louis is laying off 8 policemen. They're going to be laying off firemen. The policemen are laid off on October the 25th. And Parks, Alvin Parks, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Alvin Parks is saying that they're trying to get the budget together. Alvin, you were the mayor for 8 years. Do you and Amika Jackson and all you idiots, do you forget what the hell's happened the last 8 years? Do you just, I guess it's like me and my ex-wife. I want to forget about those years, but you can't do it. You know, you got child support. You got maintenance payments. So you can't forget about the 8 years that you were in office, Mayor Parks, and act like nothing happened. But now you're saying that he wants to replace people. Listen to me down in East St. Louis. Everybody needs a job. Alvin Parks has a good job. He went from the mayor at $50,000 a year to the city manager at $100,000 a year. A lot more authority, a brand new Ford Taurus car that the hardworking taxpayers of East St. Louis are paying for. And now he says, and listen to me, the budget crunch dictates that the city keep cutting. Parks said that the effective use of technology will continue to drive down the need for human resources. What he's telling you people is the machines are going to replace all of you. And Parks, how do you expect those good people in East St. Louis to eat after these machines replace them? There needs to be a machine to replace you, you idiot. He says training and smart use of employees will lessen the city's dependency on outside contractors and consultants. He says also part of his plan is to use interns, listen people, interns, college students, AARP workers, and earned fare workers. This guy's going to cut out the entire workforce in East St. Louis. What made this country great, Parks, you idiot? It's our hardworking men and women, both black and white, Democrats and Republicans. Sees no bounds, no black or white bounds, no Democrat or Republican bounds, no man or woman bounds. It's a job for the people to support their families. So you good people in East St. Louis, you understand what you've got with Parks. You understand what you have with Parks. He wants to get rid, and you can read it in the newspaper, he wants to get rid of all the jobs and replace them with college students, interns, ARP workers, and earned fare workers, which means minimum wage. And they ask for your vote every 2 years, every 4 years. And then Parks and Alvin, Sugar Britches, you can give me a call. Toll free, 1-888-394-1430 on the east side, 394-1190. Now this idiot, he says here, he said the city has to grow its tax base to generate more revenue for the city. Are you talking about property tax? If you grow your property tax anymore, the city will own all the property. Those poor people in East St. Louis, they're paying such high property taxes now. But see, you don't give a damn about the high property taxes for your citizens. All you give a damn about is getting the vote out election day. And for Parks to say they want to generate more revenue through taxes, their tax base, these guys are nuts. Why don't you lower your salary back to $50,000 when you were the mayor, Parks? Seems like that you don't really give a damn about the city. You give a damn about yourself. And then everyone, and he's blaming the ex-city manager when he was the mayor. Now, these guys must be in comas. They sit there and talk about, it's like that they just moved into East St. Louis last week, and they're taking over all these egregious things that have been done the last 10, 12, 15 years down in East St. Louis. But they are the ones that created the problem in East St. Louis. Do they think we're all that stupid? Do they think people are stupid? There's going to be 52, there are 52 total police officers on the force. That's including the 8 they're going to be laid off. So that's 44 police officers for the city of East St. Louis. And I would have not have brought it up if it hadn't been here in the newspaper. So everybody knows there's going to be 44 policemen. But Parks said the chief has already contacted the surrounding police departments, soliciting their help to make the city streets as safe as possible. And I'll say, I want the people of East St. Louis to be safe. Were they going to bring in Brooklyn, Centerville, Washington Park, the state police? After the mismanagement by the city fathers, the city administrators, now they're crying for help all throughout. Eddie Jackson, state representative, Senator Foghorn, I say Buckwheat Claiborne, the state senator. Why aren't you down there trying to help the good people of East St. Louis out? Why aren't you down there trying to help the teachers that are trying to get back to school so they can teach our children? These guys are never around, people, and it just doesn't happen in East St. Louis. It happens over with Slade, that little sawed-off bastard in St. Louis. It happens up in Belleville with Maximus Vaginas, Mark Eckert, the mayor of Belleville, or Mark Sweet Cakes Kern, the county board chairman. These bastards give a damn less, and I tell you people, 2016 is right around the corner. And I know you get tired of me saying it because I get tired of hearing me say it. But we have to put a stop to all these egregious political corrupt acts. And we can do it at the polls in 2016. But for Alvin Parks to say that he's going to get interns, college students, ARP workers, then I would tell the good people of East St. Louis, when it comes election time, you tell them to go get the vote from the interns, the college students, the AARP workers, and the earned fare workers. Tell them to kiss your asses. If they can't give you jobs, if they can't keep that city running, why the hell do you need them around? But Sugar Britches, give me a call, 394-1190. He talks to the newspaper, and I've said this a million times. You notice that they'll always talk to the newspaper, but they never call me. Because I won't kiss their ass. I'll ask them the hardball questions. Now you've got this Carolyn Smith, and she's about a complete idiot. She's going to kiss everybody's ass down there so she can get them interviewed. I don't give a damn. If they don't want to talk to me, they don't have to talk to me, but I'm going to expose them for what they are. So people of East St. Louis, be cognizant of the fact that they're trying to replace you with machines. It's in today's paper. Alvin Parks wants to replace you with machines. And then the machines that can't replace the normal people, the human people that do whatever has to be done that a machine can't do. Then he wants to use college students and interns and AARP workers, which means free labor. So when he talks about jobs, well, he's got jobs for his people. They've put somebody in TIF director, give them a new car. They've got 10 or 12 or 15 good jobs down there for their people, maybe 20. But everybody else they're going to lay off. So I would ask everybody and remind everybody, when it comes time for the election, let Alvin Parks know that the interns, college students, AARP workers, and earned fare workers will have to vote for him because you guys have the destiny of East St. Louis in your hands. You have to make a difference. You can make a difference. You can make a difference election day. So that's what you need to do. And speaking of East St. On now here, Mayor Mom may be down but not necessarily out. There's an editorial on Amika Ustinka Jackson Hicks. And I would think I'm in La La Land. I don't understand. It says here, Amika says that Amika Jackson Hicks plans to continue talking with residents at open forums. You political piece of crap, Amika. Talking to the residents of East St. Louis is not going to stop the laying off of policemen, the laying off of firemen. Get the teachers back off the strike. You talking to the community is not going to do anything. Not anything at all, Amika. But you're going to sit there and position yourself. And this ignorant, stupid piece of political crap, she's working on the hearts and minds that put her in office to begin with. What are you talking about, Amika? You're as bad as Parks. You're worse than Parks. You were part of the culture of corruption. You were on the city council for 6 years. You were chairperson of the financial committee. And everything went downhill. You forgot about that, Amika Ustinka Jackson Hicks? You forgot about that? And then you're going to get in the newspaper and say that you want to talk to all the people and residents? That talk will get you crap. Crap in one hand and talk in the other. You see what gets filled up the soonest, Amika? It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. And she says here, she wants to represent all the people that took Mayor Parks out. Now, Mayor Parks is only out because he was too stupid to get enough signatures to be on the ballot. I guarantee you that if Parks would have been on the ballot and not a write-in, that Amika Jackson Hicks would still be where she's at as a council member. And I was for Amika Jackson Hicks. She sat across the table and lied to me about what she was going to do. Donated $35,000 of my money, as you know, because I wanted to help the good people of East St. Louis get rid of the culture of corruption. I don't think it happened. But Amika, you say you came here to change the game, not to play the game. Where the hell did you get that quote at, Amika? You're not that smart. You hear me, people? She said she is here to change the game, not to play the game. How disingenuous are you, you phony political panty wearing, you and your father, who also wears pink panties, political pink panties, of course, Eddie the Gerbil. You guys ate at the political trough for all these years, Amika. Now I want to tell you, people, get a pen and a piece of paper. Amika makes $50,000 as mayor of East St. Louis. She's got a job with the state that I guarantee you that her daddy got her, a job with the state making $90,000 a year. Now there's $140,000, and she's got benefits on both jobs. Her husband works at the county highway department, the St. Clair County Highway Department, and he makes $60,000. Her daddy, Eddie the Gerbil Jackson, a retired school teacher, he's making about $80,000 in pension. And now he's a state representative, a part-time position that he's making $90,000 to $100,000 a year. So you add all that up with salaries and benefits for Eddie the Gerbil Jackson, Amika Jackson, and her husband, they're making close to $400,000 a year. You hear me, people? $400,000 a year that we, the taxpayers, me and you, we and our families, we're the ones paying this $400,000 a year. And you've got the nerve to say that you want to change the game? You're not a player? You and your daddy have been players forever in East St. Louis politics, Amika Jackson Hicks. Amika, you stinker Jackson. And that shows you how disingenuous she is. And it says some reforms may be forced by finances as the city's options are dictated by a nearly $6 million deficit. Part of that deficit, Amika Jackson Hicks, is because of you. And you're talking about the culture. Now, listen to this. The cynics among us wonder why Amika Jackson Hicks will ever again be in a position to change the culture of corruption. And Amika Jackson Hicks is now calling East St. Louis political leaders part of the culture of corruption. And it says the self-interest. Well, Amika, the self-interest is you and your family at the tune of over $400,000 a year. How disingenuous. Amika, you sit there as the mayor. You could have taken care of this situation. But you and your daddy, Eddie the Gerbil Jackson, you turned your back on the good people of East St. Louis. You turned your back on what was right. You help orchestrate, and I don't give a damn what anyone says. In my opinion, you help orchestrate that takeover by ex-Mayor Parks as city manager, because you didn't have the political know-how to make a difference. But that tells me not only did you not have the political know-how, you didn't have the political guts. You laid down and let them walk all over you. And not walk all over you, Amika Jackson Hicks. Walk over everybody in East St. Louis, the good people of East St. Louis. You just opened up the doors, the floodgates, and said, hey, come on in. And now that it's turned bad, it's not your fault. And for you to say, Amika Jackson Hicks, I came here to change the game, not to play the game. You've been playing the game, you and Daddy's been playing the game forever. And I want to ask you, Eddie the Gerbil Jackson, being an ex-teacher in School District 189, getting that big pension from School District 189, where the hell, I'm challenging you. I've been out there, Gerbil, Eddie the Gerbil Jackson, why aren't you out there trying to help facilitate a conclusion of this strike that's not only hurting the teachers' families, because they're not going to be able to put food on the table. They're not going to be able to pay their bills. But more so than that, More so than that, you're killing educationally the children of School District 189. You, Claiborne, the political leaders, the political arm of East St. Louis, you come out on Election Day, you ask for people's vote and help. Why don't you return the favor? We've got a caller. Let's take it real quick. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hello, this is Teresa Douglas.
Yes, Teresa, what can I do for you, honey?
I'm calling about the landlord license bill that St. Louis County is bringing up for final passage tomorrow evening at the county council meeting.
Uh-huh.
And what this bill will do is it will basically make it illegal for anybody to rent to anyone in unincorporated St. Louis County if they have any crimes or any felonies that are counted against them. It sets aside a whole class of people that will be not denied an opportunity to find shelter and housing in St. Louis County.
You know, Teresa, we've had that here in Belleville, too. It's called the crime-free housing. And let me tell you, I'm an ex-felon. I'm an ex-felon. I made a mistake. That was 18 years ago. But I'll be damned. I'll be damned whenever somebody going to play God. And here I've found that maybe there, I've said before, I don't know if there is a God. I'm going to change my philosophy on that and say, if there is a God, maybe there is. He's the only one that's going to cast light on me anymore. I'm tired of this crap. People make mistakes. You know, Teresa, let me tell you, and I don't want to get on my soapbox, but if God came down and said everybody that's done something wrong either got caught and went to jail or did it and didn't get caught and was lucky enough not to go to jail, you get on one side of the line, and everybody that's perfect, that's never done anything, tax evasion or anything they could go to jail for, you get on the other side of the line. There would be nobody on the side of the line that never did anything. And if there was, I'd have to call him a damn liar because none of us are perfect. But Teresa, I'm going to tell you, and maybe I piss off everybody, and I don't give a damn. I'm tired of people trying to play God. People have made mistakes. Let them go. If they've paid their debt to society, let them go. And if you've got a family member that's in trouble, well, you just got to work through it. But what are they going to have? Now there's prisons for the people that have been in trouble and got caught. What about the people that have been in trouble, got caught, that got out of prison? Where the hell? We're not going to have a place for them to live, Teresa?
That's exactly right. And in fact, this bill is so bad, you have to apply to St. Louis County for an exemption to allow your own children to live with you.
If your child just got out of jail for something that
No, they don't even have to be out of jail. If you have anybody beyond 2 degrees separation in your family, you have to apply to St. Louis County for permission to allow them to live with you.
Now, how bad is that over in St. Louis? Are people really up in arms over this, Teresa?
I've attended almost all of the St. Louis County Council meetings regarding this. There has not been a single person involved that has supported this bill, except for Councilman O'Mara, who is the sponsor, and County Executive Steve Stanger, and Bob McCullough, the county prosecutor, and then one of the police officers were the only people who have spoken in favor of this bill. Not one citizen has spoken on behalf of this bill. And in fact, everybody has been pleading, saying, kill the bill.
Yeah.
This will give landlords have to proactively pursue this and evict, not only if you have one bad tenant who has broken nuisance laws, who has had like 3 nuisance calls on him in one time, that landlord is going to have to evict all of his tenants from all of his properties if he has his license revoked or suspended. And he's also subject to $1,000 and or 1 year in jail for each and every day that he's in violation. Yeah. So it gives the county a perfect opportunity to seize his property whenever they want.
Right. Well, you know what, Teresa? I appreciate the call. We're up against a hard break, but I tell you, it's more fees, it's more cost to the taxpayers and people on both sides of the river, all throughout our listening area. You got to understand, these politicians, if we let them keep going and going, they're going to keep going and going. It's time we put a stop to it. We've got this crime-free ordinance over here in Belleville. And I'll be damned If one of my children would get in trouble and you're going to tell me they can't live there or somebody can't come visit or somebody, if you pay a fee, if you get a background check, this is not communist Russia. You idiots, you political perverted punks. This is not communist Russia. This is the great United States of America, the land of the free. And I'll be damned if me and the good people of this great country are going to let you take that freedom away. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, and proud to be your First Amendment and all-American station, Radical Radio. And we stand tall always as the Patriot. I appreciate Teresa from St. Louis about the crime-free housing. We've got that in Belleville, but also what we have in Belleville, Lindenwood College just came to Belleville, and they've done a good job in a 5 or 6 block area, and I'm not against Lindenwood College whatsoever. But now they've got student housing, and they're putting sometimes 12 to 15 students in a house that was meant to be 3 or 4. Now the mayor, Mark Pussy Boy, also known as Maximus Vaginus Eckert, he's taken it upon himself to say, Lindenwood, you can do what the hell you want. No, I don't care how much good a school, a business brings into a community. You got to live by the laws. And Eckert, you're doing something wrong, buddy. I believe personally it's official misconduct. You don't have the authority to waive fees, to tell the Lindenwood people that they can do what the hell they want. There's 10 to 12 students in some of these houses. Now, if you're a regular family, there can't be more than 3 or 4. I ask, how the hell can a university get special dispensation for their students if it's not safe? I don't give a damn how much money Lindenwood may be bringing into Belleville. I give a damn about the safety of the students. They're not my family, but they're somebody's family. But Mark Maximus Vaginus Eckert, you piece of political crap, you're going to give them special dispensation? And I have to salute Mike Bittner. He's fighting the fight. He wants the students in the college in his community. He's an alderman in Ward 2. But more so than that, I talked to him last week and he says, Bob, I may piss some people off, but I'd rather lose a vote than to lose a life. And I appreciate that, Ward 2 Alderman Mike Bittner, because I feel the same way. I'd rather see Mark Eckert lose the election, but he's going to say this town's safe because he needs the votes. And how egregious is that? But for Lindenwood, and it's not their fault, they're going to get away with whatever they can get away with. It says there's an ordinance was passed in 2012 allowing Lindenwood to put 4 to 16 students in a building. They tell me that they took the dining room in one of these buildings and put up a curtain and made 2 bedrooms. 16 students in a 2-bedroom house. And Mark Maximus Vaginus Eckert let it happen, the mayor of Belleville. You know, Eckert, if somebody gets killed, heaven forbid, the blood will be on your hands, you stupid son of a bitch. But then you have this witch, not a bitch, I said witch, this Janet Schmidt, the one who wants to dictate to everybody in Belleville, who can't pay her bills in Belleville, who filed bankruptcy, I believe, in Belleville. She's the other alderman for Ward 2. And she's saying it's okay. No, why don't you cast a spell, you witch? Why don't you cast a spell over Lindenwood College and make everything perfect? That's what you do. That's what witches do. You can be a good witch, Janet Schmidt, but you've got your big greasy mouth involved in this. You don't even know what's going on. When Mark Eckert tells you to do something, you do it. I hope he doesn't unzip his drawers and tell you to do something, because you'd probably do it. Don't be guided by the corruption in Belleville, people. Don't be guided by Lindenwood College, which is good for the community. It is good, financially and otherwise. But you can't let them circumvent the law. You cannot let them circumvent the law. And that's what Mark Maximus Vaginus, and you know what that means, Eckert, he's letting this go on. The people of Belleville, they've had enough strife. They've had enough taken out of their city without having some potential hazardous situations going on at Lindenwood. And I know most people don't even understand what's going on. But if you go by Lindenwood, look at some of the houses they've bought. They've tore all the trees out, all the shrubs. They've got parking in the back. They park on the side of the street. You know, it's like Lindenwood's taking over. And then the fire chief says, we're trying to determine how exactly we inspect these buildings. We want the students to be as safe as possible. Well, Chief, poor. And nothing against you, but how are you trying to determine exactly how you inspect those buildings? You inspect those buildings like you inspected every building for the last 30, 40, 50 years in the city of Belleville. You make a proper, impartial inspection, and if it's up to par, you give it a passing grade. If it's not up to par, you fail it until it becomes fixed. All the improvements are made, so you can give them a passing grade. You don't give them special dispensation. Special dispensation like Mark Sweet Cakes Kern. You go by his house, the MD Medical Building at 111 South High. There's not a window in there. It's all glass block. And under oath, in my case, Mrs. Sasquatch, that hairy Sasquatch, good-for-nothing piece of political crap, married to another piece of political crap. She says that her daughter and son live down on the first floor. There's no ingress or egress. I would demand that the state fire marshal, when he's down here, Eckert, send him over to Sweet Cake's house. He doesn't deserve or can't get special dispensation just because he's a county board chairman. He thinks he can. These guys aren't God, people. We got to hold their feet to the fire. We got to let them know that we're their bosses. They're not our bosses. But for Lindenwood College, for Lindenwood University, I'm sorry, not a college, a university, for them to be so intelligent and all they want to do is violate the laws. And let me tell you a side note on this Lindenwood situation. They give free scholarships. They'll give your son a scholarship, a football scholarship, I think, if he can't play football. They'll give him a scholarship, which means free tuition. But to get that free tuition, he has to live in university housing. So they're not going to get you on the tuition end. They're going to get you on the housing, the $3,000 or $4,000 for the housing. You have to eat at the university. So they're giving these scholarships away. And I think that is a little disingenuous on their part because they don't care. They don't care about the tuition. They want the room and board. And that's what's facilitated this whole situation in Belleville. That's what's facilitated this whole situation about lack of inspections. That's what's facilitated these bastards trying to work with the college so the college can support them. The college can support them at their next election. It's amazing how everything gets entwined with politics. I don't care if it's educational. I don't care if it's religious. Everything at the end of the day in St. Clair County revolves around politics. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio at its finest. And we are, as always, proud to be the Patriot. Hey, I gotta go here. Maybe I shouldn't. There's a lot of places I shouldn't go, but I do. The lesbian and gay community. Now, I don't give a damn what anybody does in the privacy of their bedroom. I really don't. Don't give a damn. You stay out of my bedroom, I'll stay out of yours. But now they want to flaunt it. I read in the paper. It's front page, top fold, and it's got 3 pages. It's 3 pages of gay and lesbian activity going on at SIU Edwardsville. And one of the quotes is, I knew there would be people when I came to Edwardsville I could relate to and talk to. Heterosexual people have different experiences than homosexual people. Well, I would think so. Now, that's kind of an understatement, whether it's dating or family life or anything like that. Now, they want to put themselves in the forefront. You know, this is 2015. I don't really know anybody that sees a gay couple anymore that goes up and chastises them or criticizes them. But see, they want to come out. They want to come out in the open, want to come out of the closet. Well, get your asses out of the closet and keep your mouth shut, because we don't care. I'm going to piss off some gay people. And again, I don't give a damn what you do. But don't throw it in my face. It says, I feel, this is the president of the gay fraternity, I feel pretty satisfied with where we are at SIUE as far as gay and lesbian issues, especially in relation to other universities. But transgender issues, which are now just hitting the spotlight, that's a struggle that the university is working on. What the hell? Why do we care about transgender issues? What do you want, different bathroom? See, that's what pisses me off, people. If you're gay, just be gay. You get some of these gay guys who go out swishing around, look like women, act like women. I mean, just really embarrass themselves. That should piss off the gay community. But when we get this crap thrown in our face, with everything going on in this great country of ours, with the economic downturn, with the wars, with the violence, with the killing, and we gotta address this in this kind of fashion, front page, top fold, hit you in the face. The gay and lesbian community. Some students still afraid to come out of the closet. Well, then stay in the closet, you idiots. Don't give a damn. They want to say, make us normal. We want to be like normal people. Well, normal people don't get front page, top fold for their sexual activity. I mean, I've got some sexual activity. I don't see it top fold, front page. Of course, as old as I am, it's minimal sexual activity at this point. But back in the day, that was minimal back in the day. I can't lie to you because I'm not the best looking guy in town. But my crap wasn't on the front page. My sexuality wasn't on the front page. It probably should have been. I feel like the biggest whore in St. Clair County because I've been screwed by an unsuccessful whore. I've been screwed by every politician in St. Clair County and not got paid for it. I got to pay them. How lame is that when you're a prostitute? You're a whore and you got to pay to get screwed. That's what we've all been doing, people. Don't think I'm in a boat alone. You guys are all right there with me. And I don't want to make light of this gay situation, this lesbian situation, but I don't want it shoved in my face either. You know, go about your business. Let me go about my business. We don't have to have front page on what's in my life or front page what's in a gay person's life. If you're gay, be gay and be proud. If you want to be gay, be proud. But don't shove it onto me. Don't shove it to other people, because that's what happens when you start shoving it down our throats. I mean, maybe you like it shoved down your throat. I may understand that. But don't shove it down our throats, because instead of getting support from the heterosexual community, you know, you're backing us off. And I like the way it's heterosexual, metrosexual. You know, they come up with these names. I don't even know what the hell they're talking about. But just keep your sexuality in the closet. You can be supportive of other gays and other lesbians and other transgenders. I don't give a damn. That's your life. You do what you want. Let me live my life. Let the other people live their lives. But don't disrupt our lives. Don't disrupt our lives like that ignorant, stupid bastard down there, Twyla 2, down in DeSoto or wherever the hell she was at, that wanted to go and use the women's bathroom, an 18-year-old man. Don't disrupt. And that was front page also. Disrupt all of our lives because of your sexual preference. I don't give a damn. But what I'd like to say to you homosexuals, you lesbians, I wish you the best. And I actually believe in our political system, we must have a lot of homosexuals, because all these guys have been screwing all of us, men, women. They've been doing it for several decades, and they're going to continue to do it. So, gays and lesbians, we salute you. SIUE Edwardsville. We salute the proud gay and lesbian community. Now get your ass back to doing something constructive for the people of this great country, and then at night, go into bed, crawl into bed with whoever you want, as long as it's not one of our furry friends, you idiots. Crawl into bed with whoever you want, and let's let life go on. We've got more important things to address than the homosexual community. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio. And you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, heterosexual radical radio. And we are, as always, proud to be both heterosexual, maybe metrosexual, but more so than that, very proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll be all over any situation that you good people. I appreciate the calls we didn't get to, but when I start ranting and raving, you're crap out of luck, if you know what I mean. But we'll talk any issues. We'll talk the gay issues. We'll talk political issues. We'll talk civic issues. We'll talk political issues, because this is America's voice of freedom, and we are the Patriot. So together, now I have to say, men, women, black, white, Democrats, Republicans, and the proud gay community, let's all unite as one. But you gay guys, stay in front of me, not in back of me, if you know what I mean. Let's all get together, people, because it's not funny. It's serious. Our survival is serious, so we can and we will continue to unite, to expose, and to drag these rotten, political, parasitical, perverted punks that we call politicians, drag them over the political coals of hell. And at the end of the day, you can say it as good as I can. We have to get together for the good of all of us and do what? Let's say it out loud. Destroy these son of a bitches. Destroy them. What do we say? Politically, of course. Right here on the dark side.
The coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha.
The Patriot.
Your First Amendment and All-American Station. A division of Insane Broadcasting. Renegade.